You got my best friend pregnant. And Philippe.
The couples were seated on the bed during late-night discussion. Philippe couldn't hold on to the secret from his wife any longer. Zoe was already threatening to expose their affair to Sonia, and it wasn't good if Sonia found out like that. So that night, after dinner, and watching some TV shows, Philippe decided to open up to his wife Sonia.
Babe, I have something important to tell you.
Can't it wait till tomorrow?
No, babe.
Okay, what is it?
I had an affair with someone.
You had an affair with someone. You have been cheating on me.
I am sorry.
It is good you opened up to me. It's hard, but I have forgiven you, given you won't go back to the person again.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
The person is.
Is what, Philippe?
The person is pregnant for me.
The person is pregnant for you. Like pregnant for you. Philippe, you know how hard I have been trying for us to make a baby in this marriage for the longest time, going to different doctors, taking different medications, taking different tests, and you just go out there and get another woman pregnant.
It wasn't intentional. It was a mistake.
Mistake. You must have been taking me for a fool, Philippe. Do you mean mistake by you were sitting at home, and your manhood came out of your body, and went straight to the person, and got her pregnant without you realizing? Who is this person? Do I know the person?
It's Zoe.
You mean Zoe, my best friend? Which of the Zoe?
You're Zoe.
You got my best friend pregnant. And Philippe. Of all the girls, my best friend.
She came to me.
You know what? I don't have time for this, you justifying your actions. I don't want to see your face tonight.
Sonia took one to the pillow and went to the guest room to sleep. She cried all through the night. She cried, because she hasn't gotten pregnant for the husband, for the past 2 years in her marriage.
If only I was able to give my husband a child. My friend wouldn't have betrayed me. I have gone to different doctors, and all of them kept saying the same thing, that there was nothing wrong with me. What could have been the problem? Why, God, why would you let this happen? I've prayed, for so long, for a child. And now this. You give him a child with her. How could you, God? How could you let this happen to me?
She cried all through the night, and couldn't sleep a bit that night. The following day, while she was still on bed in the guest room, her husband came to check up on her.
Good morning, babe. Zoe will be coming to live with us for a while, till she gives birth.
She's coming to live here with us. She finally want to come take over my home. Why don't you just rent her an apartment somewhere else?
I suggested that, But she said that the baby won't like that. That the baby will want to spend time with the father.
And you believe that?
Sonia, she is carrying my baby.
Okay.
In the afternoon, Philip brought Zoe home, Sonia's best friend. Shortly after he dropped her at the house, he went back to work. Sonia was preparing lunch when Zoe arrived. My friend. Are we fighting?
You can use the guest room. It's opposite the main bedroom.
Why should I be the one to use the guest room? At least I am the one pregnant. I have already put my things in the main bedroom. I am carrying Philippe's baby. So I should be treated with love and respect.
Zoe, I won't watch you come into my home and take over my matrimonial bed.
Sonia said, and quickly took her phone to dial Philippe's number.
Hello, Philippe. Will you please tell your baby mama to use the guest bedroom, instead of trying so hard to use our matrimonial bedroom?
Why are you making this difficult, Sonia? If she says she wants to use the matrimonial bedroom, then allow her.
After all, they are all beds. Bed is bed. Please behave mature, as the mature woman that you are. Don't stress Zoe, she is carrying my baby. I don't want to repeat this again.
Am I dreaming? What happened to my ever-loving Philippe? Something is not right.
Sonia, come and pick up your things and take them to the guest room. Zoe told Sonia and went to the living room to watch TV. Sonia was shocked at what her friend did to her. She could never imagine that a friend he introduced to her home, to her husband, would betray her like this. Tears dropped down her eyes because of the betrayal. Sonia felt betrayed, and couldn't even cook again. She left the kitchen feeling hurt. She remembered how her and her husband Philippe were inseparable. When she introduced her friend Zoe to Philippe, Zoe told her that her husband had too much ego, and she doesn't like him.
So of course, Philippe swoops in and acts like he knows exactly how to fix it. You know how he is, always Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, I know. That's Philippe's for you.
Honestly, sometimes I don't know if I love that about him, or if it drives me crazy. But he's got a good heart, you know.
If you say so.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, Sonia. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm not really a big fan of Philippe.
What? Since when?
It's just the way he acts sometimes. He can be a bit much. You know, always trying to prove something. It's like his ego fills the room every time he's around.
Really? I've never noticed that side of him before.
I mean, he's your husband. And I get that. But it just feels like he's always trying to make everything about him. It's exhausting.
Wow, I had no idea you felt that way.
I didn't want to say anything before, because I didn't want to come between you two. But, honestly, I don't think he treats you the way you deserve sometimes.
What do you mean? He's always been there for me.
I'm not saying he doesn't care about you, but sometimes it feels like he's more focused on being right than actually listening to you. Hmm.
This people, they were hardly seen together. When did Philippe get Zoe pregnant? How did he get her pregnant? The two doesn't even like each other.
Where are you coming from?
I went out with my friend Zoe.
How many times have I warned you to stop hanging out with that girl Zoe?
Babe, that girl you are talking about is my best friend. We have been best friends since college days. I can't just cut off our friendship just like that, without you giving me any concrete reasons to stop being friends with her.
Really? Alright, no problem.
Darling.
It's okay, I'm fine.
Babe, Zoe is a nice girl. It's just this joblessness that is affecting her a bit. If we get a job for her in your company, she will be the best girl you have ever seen.
I won't employ a wayward friend in my company.
And you claim you love me. Remember what the Bible say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Why do you hate Zoe this much? Babe, Zoe needs this job. Zoe will be of her best behavior. If you love me, then you should give her this job.
Your friend doesn't need a job. What she needs is to have some respect and morals built in her. I don't like your friend. Is that too much to comprehend?
Why? Why don't you like my friend?
I'm done talking. I'm out of here.
All this happened few months ago, and she is now pregnant.
My friend, are you this lazy? When I came into the house, you were cooking, all of a sudden, you stopped cooking. Why? You don't want your husband's pregnant wife to eat. Why do you want to starve me? I don't know that you are this stingy.
Why? There are thousands of other men out there. Why my husband?
That is what you are getting wrong. I don't want thousands of other men. I want only one man.
And that man is my husband. Zoe, I brought you into my home, and how do you pay me back, taking my husband away from me?
Let's get this straight. I know Philippe way before you met him. What I don't understand is why he would choose to settle for a woman like you.
A woman like me.
My darling, Philippe was mine before he became yours. Let me get it straight to you. I have been dating Philippe for the longest time. Back in our college days. Before he woke up one morning, and decided to break up with me. The next thing I saw was him proposing to you.
But you never said anything. I have never seen him with you. Wait, was he the faceless boyfriend you never wanted me to know about?
I didn't want you to steal him from me. But you did anyways. I am just here to take him back.
Is that a threat?
I don't know, let's see.
So Philippe had known Zoe all this while. He was her ex, and he never said anything. Men are truly scum.
Sonia soliloquized to herself. She did nothing all day, rather, she just sat on the bed in the guest room, where Zoe took her belongings to. She took some fruit juice. In the evening, she heard Philippe's car horn, but she had already told herself not to go out and welcome him. He would have to come into the guest room to see what a stranger had made of his wife. Immediately he entered the apartment. Few minutes, he came into the guest room, raising his voice.
Where are you? Where is that woman? How dare you cut the mother of my unborn child with a knife? Is it because she is pregnant? You want to kill her for me. You want to kill my baby. You witch.
I don't know what you are talking about, Philippe.
Do not give me that pretentious look again.
Sonia quickly held her cheek, and tears dropped down her eyes. That was the first time Philippe had ever laid his hands on Sonia.
You slapped me because of her.
And if you annoy me one more time, I will do it again.
Baby. Sonia was shocked and surprised as to how far her best friend would go to get her kicked out of her matrimonial home. Philippe pulled Zoe and told her to calm down.
You are here lazing around, while a pregnant woman is cooking and cleaning, and all you did is cut her with a knife. If you ever make Zoe cry again, then be sure that you are leaving my house.
What has gotten over my husband? This is not Philippe, my husband.
It was now certain that her marriage needs help, but who will help her? She held her cheek again because the slap hurts real bad. Sonia didn't believe that her husband just threatened to throw her out of the house because of Zoe, her best friend. That evening, she didn't come to the dining to eat, and her husband didn't care to check up on her, to know why.
Why am I suddenly invisible to the man who would do anything to be by my side? God, where are you? This is too much.
She heard giggling and laughter coming out from the master bedroom, which was by the way supposed to be lawfully and rightfully hers. She sat on the bed crying out, waiting for the world to open and swallow her. This betrayal hurts each passing time. She remembers all the time she and Philippe would play together in the shower. They were like inseparable, but she guessed this is life. Was this life? Did life just happen to her? She couldn't sleep that night, because of the noise from Zoe and Philippe. She just laid on the bed. The bed was soon soaked with her tears. She began to hate herself for being childless. The next morning before she could wake up properly, Philippe and Zoe was already standing next to her, while she was still in bed.
So Sonia, I had thought it out with my wife here, Zoe. And we had come to a conclusion that you should leave our house, give us space, so that our baby can grow in a healthy environment.
First of all, Philippe, I am still your lawfully wedded wife. So you cannot address another woman as your wife, while I'm still here. Second of all, where do you want me to go to? I don't know anyone in this city. And you know this, Philippe.
You can go back to your mother's house in the village. I don't care, and for being lawfully wedded wife, my lawyer will hand you the divorce papers very soon.
Philippe, what you are doing to me is not fair, and for the fact that you told me to be a full housewife. I don't have a job. How do you want me to cope outside?
About that, I will be generous enough to transfer you some few cash that will keep you for a month also, and I will also rent an apartment for you and pay for 6 months. Pack up, your Uber guy will be out any moment from now.
I love you so much, baby.
I love you too, my angel. Come, let's go to our bedroom.
Okay, baby.
Am I dreaming? Is this some kind of sick joke?
Minutes later, Philippe was already prepared for work, and he came back and saw Sonia still sitting on the bed.
Are you deaf? What are you still doing on the bed? My friend, will you get up, pack up your things and leave my house? If you stain my bedsheets with your crocodile tears, you will hate to see the other side of me. Stand up.
Sonia stood up and went out to pack. She wasn't even allowed to take her bath. The cab guy was already outside the gate, waiting for her. Philippe and Zoe watched her, as she left the house. In the car, she was just crying. The cab guy wanted to ask her what the problem was, but he was scared, and he concluded she won't be in the mood for any chit-chat. But then, the cry became too deep, that the cab driver had to talk.
Madam, whatever it is, one day, it will be all right.
Sonia didn't say a word. The cab guy kept staring at the front mirror, looking at Sonia, as she cried.
Mr. Man, I hope all is well.
How do you mean, madam?
Why are you not watching the road? Are you trying to get us killed, by involving us in an accident?
Madam, I am sorry.
Please watch the road.
Okay.
So where are we going to?
Madam, are you not the one that booked me? You were supposed to know.
What is funny? I didn't book you, mister. Anyways, just drive.
The man held his brake.
Why are you stopping?
You didn't book me, then who did? Did I carry a wrong passenger?
No, you carried the right person. It's a long story. Just drive, continue.
N. I carried the right person. Okay.
As they continued the trip, Sonia had already forgotten that she was crying before, because the cab guy kept on gisting her. They finally reached their destination. The cab guy helped her carry her things to her apartment.
Madam, is like we will be neighbors. My house is not far from here.
Really?
In case you need Uber services, you can always call me.
Sure. Put your number here,
she said, as she opened her bag, brought out her phone, and gave her phone to the cab guy. He inputted his number in the phone.
Save it as Gonzalo the cab man.
Okay.
She saved the number. Gonzalo turned to go back to his car, then turned again, and said to her,
Madam, I don't know what made you cry bitterly in the car today. But I know within me, that you will heal.
Thank you for today, Gonzalo.
Sonia said, and she walked into her apartment. She was about to start life afresh. She is about to bring up herself from where life kept her.
One thing I learned from Gonzalo while in his cab is that crying does not bring back anything. God, give me strength to face this challenges I am in now. I need you more than ever.
Sonia was in her bedroom, when she heard a knock on the door. She quickly went to check who it was. It was Gonzalo, her cab driver. She had earlier texted Gonzalo to come take her to the company, where she wants to go look for a job. It has been 3 months since she moved into the apartment. She has been searching for jobs, but none was forthcoming. She was even already giving up, until Gonzalo told her about the new job one of his passengers told him, few days ago. So she went to try her luck. Since that past 3 months, she hasn't heard from Philippe, he hasn't sent the divorce papers. She quickly followed Gonzalo to the company. When she reached the company, there were other employees waiting to be interviewed. So she had to wait like the rest of them. Gonzalo had already gone back, to pick up other clients. At the end of the interview, Sonia called Gonzalo, but he didn't pick up. So she took another taxi back home. In the evening, Gonzalo returned back home and called Sonia, to know if she was home.
Hello Sonia, are you home?
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right.
How was the interview?
I got the job.
Wow, congratulations. I am so happy for you, Sonia. Since you came into this neighborhood, I have never seen you happy. I am glad I did today. So when are you resuming work?
Tomorrow. I am resuming tomorrow.
This calls for celebration. Do you have any drink that we can use to celebrate?
Yes, I do.
Sonia went and brought juice and 2 glasses.
You don't have any hot drink.
I don't need something hot right now.
Hey, you just got a new paying job. You deserve to celebrate. Leave life.
Okay, a little alcoholic drink won't hurt.
There was music playing in her living room.
Just a glass.
From 1 glass to 2 glass, and many more, they both drank and danced. Sonia had a lot of fun that night. The following morning, she woke up, and found Gonzalo laying next to her, in her bedroom.
No, no, no. What have I done? Gonzalo.
What is it, Sonia?
What is what? Did we, last night?
Did we what?
Did we do anything?
I didn't plan for this. This is not who I am. This is not me.
Oh my God.
I guess we overdrank last night.
I told you no alcohol, Gonzalo. No alcohol. Look at what you've caused.
Just then, she checked the time. It was some minutes to 8 a.m.
You have to start going.
Why?
I have to prepare for work. This is my first day at work, and I am already going late. Oh my God. This is not happening. Just go, I will call you later.
Okay.
Did I just slept with my cab driver? Oh God. This is unbelievable of me. Will God ever forgive me for this? I messed up, Sonia. I messed up big time.
She brushed her teeth. As she was brushing,
He is not that bad. Right? He is good looking. Philippe has moved on. I should as well, right? I did nothing bad. Did I?
many thoughts ran through her mind. Soon, she was ready for work. The time was already past 8 a.m. She has made up her mind to avoid Gonzalo for the rest of the day. But she was already late, and couldn't. So she had to go to Gonzalo's apartment. And it was her first time going to his apartment. She wanted him to go drop her at work.
Is anyone in this house? Hello, is anybody here? Hello, how may I help you? I am looking for Gonzalo.
Baby, who is that?
Gonzalo asked from the bedroom. Soon, he came out and met Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Hey Gonzalo.
Sonia, this is Mirabelle, my girlfriend. Mirabelle, this is Sonia, my client, my biggest passenger per se.
Nice to meet you. I wanted you to go drop me at the office, but since you ain't dressed up, I will get another alternative.
I can actually dress up and drop you off.
Babe, she is already late for work. And you know we have a lot of other things to do.
Sonia went out of the apartment, thinking about her life.
Maybe love isn't for me. Am I cursed?
A lot of thoughts ran through her mind, as she walked past the neighborhood. Just then, her phone rang. It was an unknown number. She picked up.
Is this Sonia Adams?
Yes, this is Sonia Adams.
We have been trying to reach you since last night. Your husband Philippe Adams was involved in a motor accident last night. And we need your attention at the hospital. I will be sending you the address via message right now.
Why didn't the person call Zoe? Why me? Why are all this happening to me now that I just got a new job?
She decided to go visit her husband in the hospital, who was planning to divorce her, because of her best friend Zoe. Sonia rushed to the hospital after the stranger told her that her ex-husband-to-be was involved in an accident. Since she hasn't been divorced by Philippe, it was best she was there for him.
Doctor, what is the situation?
Are you Mrs. Sonia Adams?
Yes, I am. How is Philippe?
We are happy he is responding to treatment.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We did some tests and realized he has been drinking. Did you guys had a quarrel that he decided to get himself drunk?
No.
Then what happened, madam?
Doctor, the truth is that I and my husband is at the verge of divorce.
Huh. That explains it. You wanted to divorce him?
No, doctor. He was happy with his soon-to-be wife, who is already pregnant for him. He told me to leave the house. So I haven't been in contact with him for 3 months plus.
This is really complicated.
It is complicated, doctor.
So where is the lady in question now?
I don't know, doctor. Can I go in and see him now?
Sure, you can.
The doctor said, and called a nurse to direct her to Philippe's ward. When she got to the ward, she saw Philippe with his eyes closed. She didn't know when tears dropped down her eyes. She really thought she didn't cared whether Philippe leaves or dies. But the truth is that she deeply cares and still love him. Seeing him in that condition broke her. She held Philippe's hands lightly and prayed silently. She touched his cheek. As the tears from her eye touched Philippe's face, he let out a low cough. The nurse had already left them to have their time.
You were awake, Philippe.
I'm sorry, Sonia. I wanted more, when you are the more I ever needed. I didn't know what came over me. I thought what I wanted was a child. I didn't realize that my peace of mind should have been my first priority.
Philippe, you are still in pains, and you need to rest first.
I am so sorry.
Just then, Sonia's phone rang. It was Gonzalo who was calling. She rejected the call.
Please, Sonia, forgive me.
Again, Sonia's phone rang. And she rejected the call again.
Who's that?
Not anyone important.
Sonia forgave Philippe in the hospital, and she was there for him till the time of discharge. She was very anxious to know about Zoe, her best friend, but she thought it was not time for that yet. Philippe was discharged in a wheelchair, but the doctor assured them that he would walk again. Sonia used an Uber and took Philippe home. She cooked for him. He ate and took his bath. They had stayed in the hospital for 7 days before Philippe's discharge. When they were watching a church program on TV, Sonia asked Philippe about Zoe.
What about Zoe?
That thief you mean? I I found out she wasn't pregnant for me. She was extorting money from me and giving to the guy that got her pregnant. I chased her away. She is the Jezebel that was sent to destroy what we have spent years building. Babe, this will never happen again. I promise to love you with all my heart, no matter the situation. Thank you.
They lived happily. Sonia did all her wifely duties. It has been 2 months since Philippe was discharged from the hospital. One afternoon, while she was making lunch to eat, she started feeling dizzy and immediately rushed to the toilet to vomit. Philippe was in the living room when he noticed how Sonia rushed out.
Is everything okay?
I'm okay.
You have been acting weak for some days now. I think I should call the doctor.
Philippe said, and immediately called the doctor to come over to his house.
It's nothing serious, baby.
Few minutes later, the family doctor arrived their house. He did some eye scan on Sonia.
If what I'm suspecting is true, then we must celebrate.
Celebrate what, doctor?
Your wife is pregnant. But she would need to follow me to the hospital for a proper test.
Pregnant? How? I haven't.
Just then, he regained himself, because the doctor was around, and wouldn't want an outsider to know anything about the family yet.
Is everything okay, Mr. Philippe?
Yes, everything is fine.
Alright then.
Yeah, let's go for the test.
In the hospital, they did the test, and after some minutes, the doctor came out smiling.
I told you I wasn't wrong. Congratulations, latest father of the year.
Sonia pushed Philippe on his wheelchair to the car and drove off. She knew Philippe had lots of questions to ask. Philippe tried to keep his cool immediately they got home.
Why? I don't remember touching you for at least 6 months now. Even after this accident, I haven't touched you. That's like 2 months till date. How are you 2 months pregnant?
I am not cheating on you, Philippe. I have never cheated on you.
Then what happened?
That night you had an accident. You remember we were living separately, because you were still processing our divorce papers. I had little drink that night, and I had one night stand with a neighbor.
Unprotected.
Don't judge me, Philippe.
Who is that? Who is the person?
Just then, Sonia's phone started ringing again. It was Gonzalo, the cab driver, calling her. She didn't want to pick up.
Wait. Is he the one? Is he the guy you have been ignoring his calls since that day in the hospital?
Yes.
Oh Jesus. No, this is not happening.
Hello, Gonzalo, what is it? Stay with your wife. That night was a mistake.
She is not my wife, Sonia. And that night wasn't a mistake.
Gonzalo, what happened 2 months ago. You should move on.
That's the problem. I can't move on. I tried.
You can't get me with your sweet talks again.
And the lady you saw that day wasn't my wife, and we have broken up.
Mr. Man, are you deaf? Sonia is back with her husband. Leave her alone.
Philippe, what was that for? That was too harsh.
I mean, you were wasting time. I have thought about this. I have not been a good husband. But now I promise to do right by you. I love you, Sonia. Can't you see it?
I'm pregnant for another man. I don't think we can.
Shh. We would sort that out. For the past few months I stayed with your best friend Zoe. It was one hell of a life for me. I missed you so much. I mean, your smile brightens up my day. Do you know that when we separated, I had to eat outside every day of my life? You complete me. I accept that I made a mistake, but allow me to make it right.
This mistake is too big. It seems like I also made a mistake.
This is not a mistake. It is destined to be.
What do you mean by that?
When I found out Zoe wasn't pregnant for me, I became really curious. I wanted to know what was wrong. I mean, I had to go for tests. So I went for test. After the test,
You what, Philippe?
I discovered I was impotent.
You were impotent all this while. Philippe, I actually thought I was the problem when you told me Zoe was pregnant for you. You made me want to hate myself. In fact, I hated myself for not being able to conceive for my husband.
I'm sorry for allowing you pass through that trauma all alone. I promise it won't happen again.
Sonia looked at her belly, and looked at Philippe, who was seated on the sofa, with tears in his eyes. After some minutes of silence in the house, she then asked Philippe, "What do you want us to do now?"
Keep the baby. It will become our baby. We will take care of him or her, as one happy family.
What about Gonzalo?
He won't know, just us.
I don't think this is right.
Babe, it is right. I love you. I love the baby in your womb. We can do this.
Philippe said, and surprisingly he stood up from the sofa and held Sonia's hand. Sonia was surprised.
You can stand on your own now.
I can stand for my family now.
At the end, Sonia agreed to keep the baby with his husband Philippe. Philippe hugged her passionately when she agreed. Together they would take care of their child. It was a difficult decision to make for Sonia, but she did anyways, and they lived as one happy family. Sonia had to change her lines to avoid contact and constant calling from Gonzalo. Do you think Sonia should keep the child without telling the real father? Why or why not? Was Philippe right to ask Sonia to hide the truth about the baby's father? If you were in Sonia's shoes, would you forgive Philippe after everything that happened? Do you think Philippe deserves a second chance after all the betrayals? How should Sonia handle this situation moving forward? Should she prioritize Philippe's wishes, or the child's future? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share.